from Banjul to Koina is left at the dark. Are we really serious as a nation? This is a thing that 75 to 80% are practicing female circumcision. Honorable speakers, we are ready to stand firm to defend in a guerrilla war if they want to intimidate and jail my mother, jail my sister, jail my cousin, and jail people for only practicing their religious right. Honorable Speaker, I believe that this report is not fit for purpose. This report is borrowed. This report is anchored on Western donors.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker. Point of order.
Honorable Speaker.
Yes, can we have the point of order? Honorable nominated member, Keva. Honorable Speaker, I'll rise on 29.4. And I'll read, Honorable Speaker. It shall be out of order. No, 29.5, Honorable Speaker. No member shall impute improper motive on any other member. Honorable Speaker, the report of the Joint Committee was the decision of the whole House when the bill was first laid on the 1st of March 2023. Describing that particular report as biased and ill-intended is imputing improper motive on the whole House after knowing that the committee have done an independent job. Honorable Speaker, we want to indulge you to reconsider and make a ruling.
No, honorable members, yes, this particular one, you are imputing something into members' statement. That is not correct. You cannot allege them that they are being this thing when they have not told you that. So, honorable member, this honorable, I have listened. So the standing order holds. The point of order holds. So avoid imputing statements into what people say. Your opinion into them. Go ahead. Is it, please?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to refer the committee members. They have dropped a section 32, right of culture, in their report. Why? They have also dropped section 25(1)(c), right to religion, in the report is not specified. And I will also quote section 4, the supremacy of the Constitution has also guided issues of this. So therefore, I will also ask the chair of the committee if they said this is not religious. I want the chair to help us.
Okay, honorable member, your time has been up for a long time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
11:41. Honorable member for Lower Flood West.
Thank you very much. The era of the razor blade is ending today. The era of the knife have to end. The women of this country deserve better, and this report is here for that betterment. You cannot hide behind Islam and then want to inflict pain that is having a gross negative aspect. This report have come to tell you that is not going to happen in this country. Enough is enough. The women of this country have suffered a lot. And the reason, you can see, the committee have engaged religious leaders. It is both Islamic and Christianity, but we went further to accept other religious groups other than accepting other Christian groups. That is to tell you how much have this committee given room for the religious leaders. We have given them enough to come. And surprisingly, at one of the times we asked, define circumcision as you want it. And we said, bring your position paper. All they could tell you at certain time, they said, we did not have a position paper. We are listening to expert opinion. This report is informed by scientific, expert opinion, and beyond the boundary research. So even, I'm sorry to mention, the Supreme Islamic Council, we tell them, they said, you all listen to their fatwa, that if harm is being proven, they are against it. But up to today, the council have never given us a position paper, and we take their verbal oral as their position paper. Look, don't hide behind Islam. We know if you are telling us Western power on earth, we love our people. We love our women, our girl child, and they need to be protected. We know who are behind you. We know who are giving you funds to do this thing. It's not a surprise. Was innocent to make up. So I stand to say, point of order.
Honorable members, yes, we rise for the point of order. Point of order. Honorable member for Councillor.
Yes.
Honorable members, please.
Can you help yourself? We are decent people. We don't fornicate, please. Yes. Thank you. 29.5. No member shall input improper motive to any other member. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable member for Kansala, I was making consultations with the table office when you talked about the point of order. What has he said that you thought was out of order?
He said he's referring to me. I am the speaker. I first spoke before him. He's saying that I am representing the Muslims. I should not camouflage with that. Secondly, saying that he knows who are
honorable members.
He said he knows who are honorable members. And I want to anchor that I don't have any funder. I want the member to withdraw. That's what he says. Withdraw. Let him withdraw that, please.
Honorable, what did you say? Honorable Noah Fladu, come up.
Yeah, you know, when I speak, I'm on top of their nap, so they will not hear. So that's why they will not.
No, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Honorable member for Lower Salu, Lower Fladu, what did you say that the honorable member took to be out of order?
Honorable Speaker, yes.
Honorable member for Lower Salu.
No, the member said he knows who are behind them, funding them. You understand? And now he's giving allegations to the members. And only you have already make a rule on this thing. Rule for one is rule for all.
Honorable member. Honorable members, please desist from making statements that cannot be substantiated. Let's not impute into people what they are saying. Let's not make statements that cannot be substantiated. Please. Honorable member, you continue.
Thank you very much. I was just responding to say the area of donor funding that the committee, so I was trying to dispute that is not fact. And I also want to flare this that nobody is giving money for this tax. We care the interest of the country. So as results, I want to seize this opportunity to thank my able secretariat and our subject matter specialists for making this report readily and when consumable. So on that note, I take my seat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Lower Fuladu West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Kiang West.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. I don't think I owe any committee member an acknowledgement with respect to this document that we have before us here. But the deliberations concerning mine today will highlight insufficiency, evidence of insufficiency of information in this report, because to call it biasness is becoming on something unparliamentary, but it's very insufficient to give us this report, to tell us that this is your evidence that you have found out. Anybody who is a research officer, if you are tasked with a work, you take what the researcher gives you. You don't amend the researcher's information. You don't put your own knowledge on researcher's information. You give us exactly what the researcher gives you. Honorable Speaker, to look at insufficiency of this information, this report, we are committed to defending our religion and our culture. One, financial gain by circumcises, people who circumcise. Tell me an evidence of how much do each child pay for circumcision. That will determine the financial gain. That tells you that that information is inaccurate. The poorest people from Keneba can take 5 children to circumcision who does not even have a food to eat. Tell me how much he pays for circumcision to determine this. This is very inaccurate, Honorable Speaker. Evidence for deaths across all the evidences that you've gathered from medical experts. No evidence of single death which is caused by female circumcision. No evidence of single health consequences was cited here. What scientific evidence are you talking about? We are talking about data that can be proven and tested in the world. You cannot fool anybody. Tell us the data. If the Supreme Islamic Council cannot give you their personal paper still, all the medical experts you call cannot give you a single dead case of female circumcision. What are you telling me? You think you can fool me? Honorable Speaker, another insufficient evidence that Prophet has not circumcised any of his daughters. You don't have any evidence. Do you have any evidence that they were not circumcised? Tell us if you have any evidence that they were not circumcised. You don't have this, you don't have this. So why should you come to conclusion? Honorable Speaker, I want to establish one thing, for us to have a fair information from Egypt, for the purpose of transparency and accountability. We would love to know the sponsors of the trip that we've embarked on.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Kiang West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Sabak Sanjal.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I withdraw my statement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Sabak. I now invite the Honorable Member for Kumbu East.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I must start to commend the members of the committee, the Joint Committee, for the brilliant report that they have given us. Honorable Speaker, it's about time to sensitize and enlighten people. Being a Muslim, your faith is inner, it's not external. To me, I'm seeing it to be very dictative, to be imposive on people's decisions. We are talking of FGM strike C. The FGM, we all know, has been condemned by governments internationally and organizations, which Gambia is not an exemption. We've signed to protocols and conventions. Here, for Islam to run through, we cannot hold Islam into this without seeing it defined in our Sunnahs and in our Quran. And these are the two basic things that we should base on as Muslims. And again, the Gambia is a country. The Gambia is a sovereign country that is a multi-religious and multicultural. We must understand the formation of laws and how they do they come into society. We shouldn't be selfish enough to impose laws in our own country that governs everybody. We cannot be dictative. We shouldn't be dictative. We are democratic. We should have an open mind to this and understand the recommendations and the text of this thing. It is been taken too far by us Muslims trying to simulate, put this thing under the umbrella of Islam, and we are talking of a state. This is a state matter. Gambia belongs to Gambians. We live here harmoniously under the rule of law. If a Muslim is to govern the Gambia, doesn't mean we have to spread Islam into everybody. It's impossible. We are in a democratic society. I am urging this House to kindly put this bill aside and then allow the ban to continue for the interest of every Gambian that lives within here, to be able to make this country be a suitable country for everyone as a human being. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I beg to take my seat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Kombo East. I now invite the Honorable Member for Funi Brefet.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Distinguished Honorable Members of this August Assembly, I want to tell you that I am not happy with this report. Being a member of the Select Committee of Gender and Health, I even tell them right in front of everybody at the committee level that I am not in support of this recommendation. It's not correct simply because we're supposed to meet, we agree to meet the people in different constituencies, which we never do. And we agree also to consult the different people to go and do public hearing, which the committee never and ever did that one also. So I, being a member of the committee, I am not in support of this report in totality. Honorable Speaker, as a honorable member, I being a circumcised woman, I have people complaining that circumcision, the only complaints people are talking about circumcision is that a circumcised woman don't enjoy sex. Everywhere, everybody we met, all the stakeholders, the complaints they have been lodging is that a circumcised woman do not enjoy sex. Even the day
point of order.
That is what they
point of order. Point of order.
Honorable Member for Upper Salum, may we hear your point of order?
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, here we are guided by rules. We are guided by rules.
No, standing order, which order? We need to know the order. Time. Honorable members, please, I told you, don't respond to members. No, you don't have the right to respond to him. If you are getting up, get up on a point of order or observation. You don't just get out on the member, please. No, even there you don't have it. You can just rise up and put all this thing up on something. If you talk to him and he talks to you, it creates problems. Honorable members, don't talk to members. Please. Honorable member for
Yes, what I'm referring to is we are restricted to the report we have. So everything that we are discussing is about the report. And the report does not say anything about sex. Nothing, absolutely.
Honorable Speaker, point of observation. Honorable Speaker, point of observation. Honorable Speaker, point of observation. Honorable members, honorable, I don't want people shouting. Honorable, you don't rise to a point of observation from the speaker. Honorable members at the back, please. I don't want to shout your names. Please, honorable member, a point of observation. Yes, you rise. If he doesn't accept, if he continues to talk, it means you cannot you cannot observe him.
In the morning he said we are guided by a rule in this house. Now a member said he's rising on a point of order. He needs to quote the point of order before allowing him to proceed. We need to be clear. Sometimes you forget about your own rules.
Honorable. You see, I don't know. I don't want to address you differently. Please, honorable, you cannot just respond to honorable members. You don't have that right. You don't. When you want to talk, raise your tag or rise to a point of order. You don't just talk and talk, whether it is right or wrong. Please. So if you are talking about our standing orders, please yourself be guided by it. Please. Very clear. All right.
dictates of the debate to the subject matter since going down. Because you keep on mentioning sex, which is not coming up.
Go because sex, enjoy. Honorable members, I think the honorable member for Upper Salem is insinuating that what the honorable member for Foni Benefit said about sex and women not enjoying sex if they go through FGM or FGMC is what you are saying, that is not captured in the report, and she should desist from going outside the report. Am I right? Member for Upper Salem. Is that what does that reflect your view?
That is correct.
I think generally speaking, you cannot talk about FGM and its repercussions without talking about sex and other things. And I do know that in the report itself, it may not be specifically mentioned, but sex is mentioned. So I think we allow the honorable member to continue.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for ruling perfectly. Honorable Speaker,
and that of Egypt. What is the similarity? What compelled them to go to Egypt? And they said they have been to Egypt because they want to understand the legislative framework in Egypt or whatsoever it is. And by going there, we need to see evidence of photos of those engagements. We live in a modern age. You cannot just come and give us this kind of scanty report, no backed by no photos, either within or outside. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, coming to the Constitution, I see the Constitution being misdefined here. Looking at section 25C, freedom to practice any religion and to manifest such practice. If I'm a Muslim, even if you don't call me a Muslim, but no,
observation.
I quoted C. If you are interested in a chapter or a section, tell me, let me quote it for you. I quoted C, and that's where I'm limited. If you have more, then you are coming, you can raise it. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I want to put it to us that freedom to practice any religion and to manifest such a practice. Is that your, if I said I'm a Muslim, I want to do it, why should you stop me? And we come to the fundamental human rights. We said it's a right of a child. What of the male child? Now you're talking of human rights. A male child, depend on the male child, you never talk about that. If you want to be a human rights, be very fair. And you said about gender is about male and female. Why do you circumcise the male child? Tell me now. The male child doesn't have a pay. And in the world we have certain people, they don't go to circumcision. It's in Europe. Why don't you force those men in Europe to go to circumcision? Go to Holland, go to Austria, you have them. It's a choice. You don't want to develop on the law, you just have a motive to repeal the law. If you wanted this law, I stand for us to repeal it and come with a better law. Your studies should in fact tell us that we need a proper law, how it was done in Egypt. You said Egypt, they went through a transition. And Gambia, you didn't go through a transition. And you don't want us to go through transition. You want us to have a just direct approach to this issue. Honorable Speaker, I'm very audible. They will hear me. Honorable Speaker, looking at the...
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Central Badibu. And the last one, honorable members, honorable member for Upper Newry.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity.
Upper Newry, go ahead, please.
Honorable members, please, can you be heard, please? No, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, I totally disagree with the mover of the motion that female circumcision is not Islamic. That's not accurate. Honorable Speaker, when we call out Islamic scholars during the consultation, they all told us that it's Islamic. When we went to Egypt, I asked a scholar on Sharia. In the meeting room, he said the four school of thought, Safai see it as obligatory, Hanbali, Hanafi, Maliki, see it as something as an honor and as something recommended and preferred. How can we come here and say it's not Islamic? If it is causing harm to female child, let's say it's causing harm to female child, let's find ways and means of addressing that. But to say it's not Islamic, that's not true. So this is the only point I have against this report, and I'm going to make it very clear to everyone that to say FGM is not Islamic is not true. Thank you.